Mid-December, actually one of my favorite hunts of the year. We've been doing this for a couple decades now, but we're out in South Dakota muzzleloader hunting. In the state of South Dakota, you can't use scopes, but we're on a reservation where scopes are allowed, and so you're going to see us with muzzleloaders traditions really focused on their new nitro fire, which is really a neat situation with the new ignition system, the Federal Fire Stick propellant with the Hodged in 888 powder. So we're going to tell you more about that later, but our strategy this morning is we're going to go down into a river bottom, and there's some agriculture that the whitetails are going to be spending their all night feeding, rebuilding their bodies from the big rut. There's still a little bit of rut action going on, but this morning we're going down and do something that we have never done before. We've literally thought about this for over a decade of how we're going to come in from the one side of the river, work it. Normally it's the south side of the river that is the main part of the reservation. So this is a part of an old river bottom that the property still extends on the north side of the new cut of the river. So this is something we've not done yet, and we're gonna try to accomplish that this morning. We got a favorable northwest wind, and we're gonna take advantage of that, and it means we've got about a 1.5 2 mile walk in the dark to get to where we need to be at daybreak. But really excited about it. We got some great friends, so join us. We're gonna get after some big whitetail bucks this morning.
I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out? Can you help me out?
Huge ag field right here. Goes back a 1/2 mile. And we're gonna be on the back side of that ag field. And not often, but there's occasional places where there's hundreds of acres on the north side of this river that's tribal. So that's what we're gonna be hunting. We've been thinking about doing this for 10 years and we've never done it. This is our first time trying it. So but then in the cover in the middle, so we got all this 1/2 mile of this ag field to the east, and then there's a 1/2 mile of ag on the west side of the cover. So you're gonna be the point man on the one side, Tob's gonna be the point man on the other side, and then there are deer coming in to bed up. That's the idea. All right. So we don't know how far this road goes, but we'll stay on this road. Just sitting here, the sun started to come up, and I hadn't seen a deer yet. So I just text Ken to say, hey, you guys seen anything? And I just pushed send and I heard boom. So that was his way of answering my text message. Let me see, he just text back. I think this doing a quick little push right here before we go. It was actually Jason that shot this morning, not Ken. So we decided to do a quick little push before we go and look for Jason's deer over here off the river. But so we just had 4 does run by us right there, as you saw, and Ken said there should be a buck or 2 in here he saw. So we're kind of just being patient, waiting for him to come out.
definitely hit him. You could hear the whop of the bullet hitting, but I think I was back a little bit. Okay, bullet seated. Good eyes, Connor. Good eyes. All right. All right, let's go see what we got. We're gonna give him a few minutes. We were just sitting here like this. We had some does. Earlier we had 4 does come here, and we just had another one. So I'm focused this way. My man Connor here said, "Oh, right over here, right over here." And I turned and looked, and there was a mature buck. I really don't know what's on his head, other than I saw his body was good size, and there was bone on his head, and it looked halfway decent. So my daughter's flying in a few days, and I wanted to get tagged out so I could spend time with her. So hopefully that was a good shot. I mean, he did everything I wanted. He mule kicked, and then when he was running, he really looked like he was hurt, but he was gathering his composure when he ran around the corner. So I hope I hope it was a good shot. He was I got underneath that. I'm not sure what he is. He might be smaller than what I thought he was.
What's?
Oh yeah, he's an 8.
Yeah,
not a big one, but hey, I wasn't looking for a big one. I was looking for something to eat good. And
heck yeah.
now we can get serious with the dog.
All right, Tope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
Ooh.
shot, Tobe.
Smaller than I thought, but that this is the first gun yeah, that works. Yeah, that hurt. He didn't go far. Yep. We'll eat him this winter. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Congratulations, Tope. Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's say your gun's on, buddy.
I would say that works. Yeah.
This is day 2 of our muzzleloader hunt.
Right. Yeah.
And we from the communication from where our other team members went, they tipped one over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then your friend Jason got a shot.
Should have one dead over here. Yeah.
So that's
our goal was 3 today.
we did that before.
So now we can go take a nap. No
Not
corn
so
dogs
much.
today.
We may
don't-
do that on the way out. Yeah.
We don't need corn dog luck. We got her going.
But this was a spot on
I know it.
the river that we had been looking at, but it takes some effort to get here.
It does. It does.
And so
We had to walk, what, an hour in the dark?
yeah.
45 minutes in
Yeah.
the dark to get in here. You know?
So we'll be packing this thing out,
Yeah.
breaking it down, packing it out.
We've wanted to come in here for years to hunt, and always saw it in the map, saw it from the bluffs above, and always saw a deer in here. But you know, this morning was the time that we decided to make the effort to get in here.
Yeah. I mean, even spring turkey, we thought about coming out here for turkey.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad we did it, because we got to see a lot of deer. We didn't see any big bucks, but we saw probably over 10 bucks altogether.
Yeah.
And 30 deer or so, I guess, collectively.
Yeah.
And now we got one on the ground, man. This is very good. Very good.
Well,
All right, we're wrapping up this evening. We got 3 bucks on the ground today. It was a great day on the prairie. Tobe's nice buck, just thrilled to death about that. And then we're gonna see some deer coming in from another area that we were hunting with the other group. So looking forward to that. There would be a little celebration. I'm pretty doggone sure there are 2 really nice deer that was killed this morning. So Lord willing, maybe they tipped a couple more over this evening. We didn't have such good luck, although Tobe's going to go pick up 3 of the guys. We'll see what happened, but we saw 17 does and 1 small buck this evening, and tomorrow we'll be at it again.
We're gonna go down into this bottom we were at for opening day. Saw a pretty nice buck, and we're gonna try to get in front of him. And if so, and everything works out, we're gonna see if we can't get him killed. You can see how it's grazed on this side of the fence versus on the west side of the fence. Much longer grass, lots of prairie grass on that west side. The buffalo pastures on the east side, and that 7-strand fence is really affecting where the whitetail used to come down in this bottom. So we have not seen one deer yet. We've covered probably over 2 miles of just moving along this creek bottom, which it wouldn't necessarily be filled with whitetail, but we would have moved a dozen deer at least by now, and we haven't seen a hair hide of a deer, period. I haven't seen any droppings or any buck rubs. So it is really has changed the pattern of the whitetail with these pastures that's come along this creek bottom. I'm gonna go to one more ridge on the west side of that fence line, and maybe then we'll start seeing some deer sign. Well, we just walked probably two and a half miles, 3 miles, going along this creek bottom. It is absolutely strung with this new fence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-strand wire, and they're putting buffalo into these pastures, but it has changed the whitetail movement 100%. We just walked 3 miles of good habitat, good whitetail country in years past, and there's 0 deer in this bottom. And so we have learned where not to go hunting for the rest of the hunt. I'll say what a bugger, but that's just the way it goes. So I'm glad we went on foot today and did some exploring and figured this out, because now we're not gonna focus on this, because generally speaking there's a very good buck, if not a couple very good bucks in this stretch of this bottom. Not so this year. So Connor and I are gonna work our way back to the rig, and we're gonna do some deer pushes, deer drives mid-morning, and we'll get that lined out. We don't have a terrible strong wind. We got just about the right amount of wind coming out of the northwest, so that'll work good for the drive. We'll get guys dialed in, and it'll probably take about an hour and a half to get that done. We got an hour back to the rig now, so all right, here we go. Plan A didn't work, but we got B, C, D coming up next. Stick with us. So we're getting ready to start the push right now, and Connor and I have come out into this open. Creek bottom is to our north, and they're going to be going east on it. And what's happening here is if deer stay in the cover, they're going to head straight for our blockers. But if they flare out, there's a big draw over this hill, and they'll take that draw back and basically escape. So we are absolutely gonna try to shut the door on these prairie whitetails that they like the open country almost as much as they like the cover in a lot of times. So we did this push 3 days ago on the opener, and 40 whitetail came out here, and they came out ahead of me, so I didn't get any shooting. But we're gonna hustle and get into that draw right away. Stinking freaking little buck, one little buck. Oh, there's a buck. That was pretty close. Now, if her boyfriend will show up, we'll be in good shape. Look at that half rabbit. Meh. If he comes back, we might shoot him the second time. Got us a doe came through, then a pretty nice buck, but he only had one horn. Well, that one was close too. I so bad want to get this, shoot this. Nitro fire, so bad. Right up our freaking alley. That's a little buck. Two more years and I'd be done grocery shopping. We probably missed some deer that flared out to the north, but because we got here so quick. But I like this position a lot. Multiple deer come right into our lap. It's kind of, that was what we were trying to do in range. Get a nice ethical shot. But we've got the drivers are coming in now, so I think we're pretty well wrapped up with seeing deer. But that was really cool. We got to see two bucks up close. One pretty mature buck and one young deer. But luck would be on the side of that bigger buck that he had broken off half his antlers. So that's how it goes. But doing deer drives can be very effective, and we've killed a lot of deer on this push through the years. We're gonna hustle back to the vehicles. We probably just pushed, I bet you 40 to 60 deer, several bucks, probably 10 bucks at a minimum. We killed one buck this morning, so we got one real nice 8 point so far.